Hi everyone, welcome to yoga this week. It's a beautiful sunny day out and warm and feels like spring, so that's exciting. Spring is in the air. Today we're going to do a couple different things. We are going to do a different kind of yoga pose. It's a lot of things on your back and kind of moving your legs around in a different way. So I thought it might be kind of just something to do something different. At the end, we do have a couple of hard balancing poses. So I brought in a chair, and you might want a chair, or you might be by a table or a bed or something that you could lean up against, but I needed the chair. Some of you might not even need something to balance against, but I don't know. I like having something there. The last thing we're going to do is read this book, Nobody Hugs a Cactus. My oldest son is a bit of a cactus, and I like to hug him anyway, whether he really loves it or not, but I know he does. Anyway, so we're going to read this book, Nobody Loves a Cactus, or Hugs a Cactus, excuse me. We still love them. All right, so guys, let's get going. Maybe pretty soon I'll be able to start doing these videos outside again. Hope so. All right, I decided to go back with the breath ball today, so maybe 4 breaths. All right, you're sitting up nice and tall, string from the top of your head to your tailbone or lying on your back. All right, here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Okay, friends, from here, I'm going to tilt this down a little bit so you can see me better. All right, if you're sitting up, I'm going to ask you to come to lying down on your carpet or mat. We're going to start by bringing our legs in, just kind of a little hug, wrapping your arms, and you can rock back and forth like this if you'd like. Take my glasses off. You can rock back and forth. It's a nice little, kind of a little massage on your back. Okay. From here, if you'd like, you can bring your arms out to the side. We're going to do a little bicycle. I bet many of you have done this before. I'm going to scooch you a little back. Just kind of bicycle your legs out. One knee's bent and the other leg straight. Just kind of go back and forth. Get ready for when we can go back on our bicycles pretty soon, huh? You may feel this in your legs or your tummy working, your stomach muscles. Okay, good job. Now you can plant your feet if you'd like, and then bring your legs straight, your knees straight and your legs long. Okay, from here we're going to try something a little different that I thought looked kind of fun. So my one leg is going to stay flat on the floor. My other leg I'm going to bring up and here towards the camera, so it's just out to the side a bit. And then you can, sorry, there's a laundry basket right there. You can just kind of rotate your leg around. So my foot is kind of making a circle in the air. Feels kind of nice. I wonder if you think that feels good. I hear a little pop, pop, popping in my hip. All right, let's go ahead and plant your foot and bring that leg back long. And then you can lift up the other leg if you'd like. Then bring it out to the side. Again, just kind of kitty corner out from your body. And then start making, oh my goodness, start making circles with this foot. There we go. I have to say, this is something I haven't done before. Just this big circle motion with my leg. And I like it. What do you think? Scooch back a little bit. We have a little decoration there by the bookcase. Okay, friends. From here, you can go ahead and plant your feet or keep going while I plant my foot there. From here, we're going to do something kind of fun, still lying down in this position. And what it is, it's a flow, and we're going to match our breath with this flow. So we're going to do what we did before, but by bringing our knees into our chest, hands up, and on this part of the flow, we're going to exhale, and on. And when we straighten out like this, so my legs are long and my arms are long, we're going to inhale. So inhale and exhale. Okay? Inhale and exhale. See what you think. Okay, guys? We'll do a couple more. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And let's do one more maybe, huh? Inhale and exhale. Okay. From here, kids, to get to seated, we can extend our legs, put your hands behind your thighs, and just rock up. Or you can rock and roll like 3 or 4 times to get up to seated. Kind of fun, and sometimes you get some popping in your back. It feels kind of good. Okay, once you're seated, or once you are, rolled up, if you haven't already, so you rolled up, hands behind, you can come to this pose where your legs are wide and you bring your knees in, or your elbows, in between your legs. Just get a little stretching here, We're building up to, at the end, our balancing pose. We bring our leg out wide. So we're practicing and stretching some of the muscles and tendons and ligaments and things that we'll need to do that pose. Okay, friends, from here, you can plant your hands on the mat and bring your hips to the sky, bringing us into our forward fold. Bring your hands as close to or on the mat as you'd like. You can let your head hang heavy here. You can bend your knees if you'd like, or keep them straight. Yep. And then your last option is you can have your hands grabbing your elbows or keeping them towards the mat or carpet. This is just a nice pose. It can make your back stretch out when your head is hanging long like this, or your legs. Okay. You can also, if you're holding on to your elbows, you could swing those elbows a little bit. See if that feels good. Okay, friends, from here, you can bring our feet together. I'm going to step back a bit so you can see me, but you can stay planted. Okay, so, pop my camera down because I had so many low standing poses. Okay, if you would like, you can wait for me, or you can go ahead, here, sweep your arms up overhead. We've done this a lot of times. We'll end up in our push-up pose. Exhaling, you can forward fold, then bring your hands up to your shins, and then exhaling, you can plant your hands on your mat or carpet, and then lower down here. Keep going, guys, I'm going to adjust this. Lower down. You can drop to your knees or not. Yep, here we go. Pushing up. This might feel a little tight in your back if you want to today. Maybe wiggle this out a little bit when you're here in Cobra. Then you can push back to downward dog, or child's pose, or come right up into downward dog. Very good. Okay, from here, friends, we'll step our feet up between our hands, and then you can simply step your feet wide or heel toe them apart until we're in another forward fold, only this time our legs are nice and wide, okay? So your legs are wide, You can take your hands and walk them to one foot. So you can take both of your hands and grab onto one ankle or the floor on one side or your foot. And get a nice big stretch over here. Nice big stretch. Then when you're ready and there's no rush, you can walk your hands back to center and then walk your hands for the other side. Sometimes we do like a side twist like this. When you feel a stretch here, only we're seated. This time we're doing this side stretch, only we're standing. And get this nice stretch over here. Okay. We're going to go ahead and come back to center. I'm going to turn my cheat sheet around. And we'll rise up. And we're going to go up to our 5-pointed star. So hands wide, legs wide. Could shine your heart. Come back. And now choose one leg and tick-tock that foot toward the end of the mat, or that way. Okay? And your other foot here can stay where it is, or you can put your heel out so your toes are facing this way and this way. Okay? We're going to go into a triangle pose. So for triangle, remember, we shift forward over our front hand. Bring that hand toward your ankle or the ground or your leg. And if you'd like, you can look up at your other hand, which is in the air. It's also kind of a nice stretch there. Okay, friends, from here we'll come back up. Now you see where you are. I'm going to turn so you can see me a little better, okay? So we're in triangle. Now I'm going to turn my hips toward the front and bend my knee. So I'm in warrior one. So I went from triangle, bent my front knee, turned my hips to warrior one. Okay? Good. From here, you can wrap your hands behind, grabbing your opposite elbow or opposite hand, and folding forward over your front knee for your humble warrior. Remember, if this makes you feel like tipping over, you can bring your hands down to the mat, just like this, for a little bit of better balance. Either way. Okay, good job. Hands back up high and to heart center. And then let's just step our feet together, friends, okay? Back to mountain. Okay, and from here, we'll go back to our triangle on the other side. So step your feet nice and wide. Now, you might have your other foot facing forward, and your back foot is now the other, facing sideways. So your feet are facing this way, and your hands are out nice and wide. Good. Remember, you shift forward over your front arm, back hand to the sky. You can look over that top hand if you like. I kind of like the sequence. It's a little bit different, isn't it? Some different things. Okay, friends, from here, come back to triangle. Stay where you are. I'm going to shift over this way now. My triangle, I'm going to bend my front knee, turn my hips forward towards my front foot, raise my arms up overhead. Good. I'm going to grab my opposite hand, and you might grab your elbow if you can reach. And then we'll forward fold over our front knee, letting your head hang. Remembering, if you feel like you're going to tip over, to put your hands down on the mat. Okay. Really good, guys. Okay, let's come back up. Back to our warrior one. Hands to heart. And then we'll step back into mountain. Great. Okay, guys, from here, we're gonna do our challenge pose, okay? I have my chair. If you want, you can pause me for a second and grab something if you need to balance. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So this, a lot of times when we're lying down, bring one leg in, right, like this. Maybe not a lot, but sometimes we do. So we're gonna do this only standing today. So bring one hand or one leg in. If your balance feels steady, you can bring both hands to your knee. We're going to bring both hands to your knee, like that. My balance is always a little shady, but especially when I'm chatting and talking and teaching the class. So from here, friends, your choice is to stay here or to bring your peace fingers, to make the peace sign, wrap them around your big toe here, and extend your toe or your leg long. Okay? So I grabbed my toe, and then I extend my leg long. Now that might not feel great to you, so another option is to grab your knee like this. Okay? So you would have your knee up here. You can lower your knee with your hand on it, or you can straighten your leg with your fingers around your toe. Friends, from there, you're welcome to stay here, or you can bring your leg to the side with your fingers hooked around your toe. So this is our challenge pose for today. You may even balance for a while, and then find something that's not moving, and try to lift your hand, okay? Let's try it on that side maybe one more time. So you bring your knee up, keep it here. Now your choice is to lower your knee and balance. And then actually for the side, when we bring it to the side, you could just hold your knee like this and then work with your balance this way. Okay? Or you could put your fingers around your toe, straighten it forward, and then bring your leg to the side if you like. All right, if you'd like to play with that a little longer on that side, go ahead. Otherwise, let's go to the other side, okay? So go ahead and bring your knee in toward your chest, just like on the other side. Then your choice here is to lower your knee so it's parallel to the ground, or to once again wrap your fingers around your big toe, your two fingers that you make the peace sign with, to bring your leg long, and then to bring your leg to the side. And you can keep bouncing on your chair, which I think I will do today, or you could try to release your hand and balance. A lot of people are great at balancing and really enjoy it. Okay. Remember, if you have your hand on your knee, you're also welcome to bring just your knee to the side. It offers the same kind of stretch, just maybe if the other one hurts your leg, this one doesn't, so obviously then this is the better choice. Okay, something kind of fun, huh guys? A little bit different. All right. Well, we did tons of stretching poses today, so I don't know that we need a lot more stretching before we finish up. So why don't we can maybe just finish up with our book today. So you can lie down if you'd like to have some lying down at the end, like we usually do, or you're welcome to stay seated. Get my granny glasses on, and we'll start reading our book, okay? Nobody hugs a cactus. Look at this guy, he's so cute. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window, and the window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. See, there's Hank. He looks like he might be doing a little yoga, doesn't he? But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. Oh, Hank, see his expression. He's not pleased about Sweet Rosie. There. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello," shouted a tortoise. "Private property," yelled Hank. "Keep out." Oh my goodness. The tortoise was so frightened, he hid in his shell. Look at that grumpy guy. Poor turtle. Oh my. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. "Hiya, Prickles," she shouted. "My name's not Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard." You know, this kind of reminds me of Ruby Rabbit from the Finkelhopper Frog book that we read last year. "Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits, what's next?" said Hank. Hank, he's just about had it. The poor tortoise is still there. My goodness. A coyote came lopping by. "No dogs allowed," yelled Hank. "I'm not a dog," said the coyote, "and you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside." Oh my. Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. "Keep off the grass," shouted Hank. "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug." Too bad nobody hugs a cactus. Oh, geez. Look at Hank is getting worse and worse. Okay. "Hi," said a lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug." "That's good," said the lizard, "because I don't want to give you one." And he skittered away. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, "well, I guess I could give you one." Maybe Hank's starting to reconsider, huh? "Who, me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little lonely. Look at Hank, this guy. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. The wind began to pick up. An old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. "Great," said Hank. Oh dear, if the tortoise is still there, it's just a whole thing. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. "I'll get it off you, Hank," she shouted, and she jumped up to knock the cup off Hank's face. Then she tumbled away. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he had been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Let's see. Oh, his face is starting to look a little different, isn't it? Hank decided to grow the best flower he could and then give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days, but at last it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. Oh my goodness. at last she finally did come bouncing back. Hank held out the flower. "Look, Rosie," he said, "I grew it just for you." Oh my, look at his face. Oh. Rosie was so surprised, she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice. Hank didn't want to let go. And as things turned out, he couldn't. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. They don't look too sad about it, do they? Yes, but they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. And there they are. Okay, friends. We all get grumpy sometimes, don't we? Sometimes we use our anger because we just have other feelings inside, softer feelings that maybe are uncomfortable to share. And it's easier sometimes to hide behind our anger, just like Hank was, isn't it? He just was wanting to be by himself until his heart got a little softer. He realized how good that love felt, even if it was scary to ask for it, huh? Okay, well, friends, it's okay to be angry sometimes, right? And it's okay to need a hug sometimes, too. And it's okay to have a grumpy personality, and it's okay to be a Rosie. It's okay to be whoever you are. All right, friends, to close today, let's do our volcano breath. Thinking of someone who could use my love today. You have your person? All right. Bring them to mine. Inhale and send your love. All right, friends, have a great week. Bye.